I wanted to ask you about some of the dumber things happening in college football right now, namely what's happening around the Michigan football program with head coach Jim Harbaugh, which I know you're well versed on because we talked about it on your podcast, the Shutdown Fullcast last week. So tell our audience what is going on with Jim Harbaugh. What are these NCAA violations? Is he actually going to take an NFL job?
Okay, so here's the short version as I best understand it as of today. The NCAA learned that two already committed Michigan recruits contacted Jim Harbaugh, said they were on campus, and he said, great, I'll take you out to breakfast. They went to the Brown Jug, which is like a diner/bar in Ann Arbor, where Jim Harbaugh paid for their breakfast on a university credit card and allegedly had 2 hamburgers with French fries for breakfast himself, which is hilarious for deeply personal reasons. It has been pointed out to me that if you adjust for coaching hours, breakfast might actually be lunch.
That's true.
So I can understand that by 10 a.m. he might have been thinking like, we're on to lunch at this point. Now we get to the point. So that part is a violation of this happened during the COVID no contact period that was in place for that year, where basically the NCAA said you can't do any in-person recruiting because of COVID restrictions. Other schools have fallen victim to this or have run afoul of this, I should say. Arizona State is the most prominent. This is an example that feels a little bit like, yeah, I guess technically that is a violation, but it's not like they were like holding a recruiting event in the middle of COVID. It's just sort of like, hey, we're in town. Do you want to have breakfast? Still, it's a violation. The big problem and the level 1 violation, the highest one, is that the NCAA has, in so many words, said that Jim Harbaugh has lied to them about this, that he has denied that this breakfast ever took place, even though there is allegedly a receipt with his signature on it, even though people have said that they saw him eating breakfast here, and even though that this is, in the grand scheme, an incredibly minor violation. Like, if this is true, what will happen? Like, this is not the kind of violation that the NCAA is like, that's it. You miss a bowl game. That's it. We're taking 15 scholarships away. Like, nothing will happen here. But Jim Harbaugh has decided to dig in and insist that this breakfast did not happen. And he will, as far as I know, will just refuse to admit it. At the same time, his agent, it would seem, is out there putting him in position to get NFL jobs. I think the Broncos have already said that they want to interview him. He's been floated for the Colts job. Obviously the Arizona job is open now. So like there are places he could go, but now we are in yet another season of Jim Harbaugh playing this kind of confusing, like, I'm going to go unless situation with his university at the same time that he is potentially getting said university into unnecessary NCAA hot water. It's very weird. Like the more I explain it, the more I don't understand what's going on or why.
The violation is just stupid. Now, listen, yes. I get it. It's a violation, but it should cost you $10. It should cost you. It should cost you the amount of that breakfast, and say, just don't do that again.
Yes.
So I have 2 things. One, real quick, Michigan fans, aside from all that, should be very happy that Blake Corum is deciding to come back for his senior year. That was a big blow to them. A guy who I think had 18 touchdowns, 1,500 rushing yards. That's cool. The other thing. And I think this is for all of us, because we've all been to a breakfast joint. There is no breakfast joint I've been at when you're there in breakfast hours where you can get a burger. So this has to be just for the fact that you're the head coach of Michigan, right? That you're getting special treatment here, because they're not even on a menu. You know, if it says breakfast 6 o'clock to 11 and you're looking at the breakfast menu, there sure as hell ain't no hamburger on a breakfast menu, right?
So, Mike, here's the thing. This menu, this restaurant, its whole shtick is all the dishes are named after important Michigan people. Jim Harbaugh has him as an item on this menu. It's like the steak platter or something. He didn't even, but his dad has, the burger is named after him. It's the Jack Harbaugh burger. Okay. So I assume if you're Jim Harbaugh and you walk in and you say, I want 2 dads, they say, yep, you can have that.
That makes sense then. Okay, I was looking for an answer there, because
sure.
I wonder if anybody can do that, or just if you're the son of the guy the burger is named after. If that's
yes. Yes. Jim Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, and Tom Crean on a good day can get away with this.
so true.